There's literally a new Taylor Swift song out today, but I had to start with good old Justin Timberlake because I'm quite literally at the end of April and this is the May Epic Reads book haul you guys are watching. Hey everybody, my name's Michael and it really is gonna be a fantastic May because I have an exciting stack of books here. There's really great things coming out this month that I'm going to tell you about, but that's just a teaser to later because I start off these videos every month talking about the Year of Epic Reads monthly reading challenge. If you don't know what the Year of Epic Reads reading challenges are, they are weekly, monthly, and quarterly reading challenges. There's a whole Facebook community where you can go to talk about the books you're reading. Every challenge has a theme, but not a specific book you have to read, so you can read whatever you want that fits that theme and talk about it with other people. And I do the monthly reading challenges because I cannot read a book a week, no matter how hard I try or how badly I want to. And the monthly reading challenge this month is read a book that challenges your way of thinking. So the book that I have is Somewhere Only We Know by Maureen Gu. I've off the bat never read anything by Maureen Gu, and I've heard nothing but good things, so feel good going into this. And this challenges my way of thinking because it is a novel about a K-pop star. And everyone I know is trying to get me into K-pop, but I'm just like not there yet. I've listened to very surface level K-pop, like I've only heard the mainstream like BTS and Blackpink, but this is gonna be my attempt to get into K-pop. And also while listening to K-pop music, I think makes the most sense because this follows a giant K-pop star celebrity who's just like going out one night and runs into this reporter and they end up on this rom-com-y Netflixy journey together. So I am excited to keep reading this. And now I'm gonna get into the books Harper has coming out. So the first book I have to talk to you guys about is probably clear by this crown I have falling off my head. But it is Broken Throne by Victoria Aveyard. Okay, honestly, this belongs on here more than it belongs on me. My first thought, stunning. This is the cover. These are the end pages. Highly designed. There are cool things like maps and notes that are like drawn out in the book, and the text is purple. Ka-chow. I'm not gonna show it for you long because spoilers. So, this is the short story collection set in the world of Red Queen. It has new content featuring some of your favorite characters, Mare, Cal, Evangeline. It also has new content featuring characters you've never met before, but you're gonna love to meet. This, just yes. Yes is all I can think to say now. Yes. And the next book I have to show you guys today is Nocturna by Maya Motain. This is, first of all, beautiful. I start off every book like that, but like seriously, look at this cover, look at the way it shines, and like look at the map on the inside, which says Mundo because it is a Latinx-inspired epic fantasy. It's the first in a trilogy, and it follows a prince who is never meant to be king, but when his kingdom was attacked, his older brother, who was meant to be king, was killed. And so he's in a little bit of a dark place. And it also follows a thief who can change faces, and she doesn't even have an identity anymore. She's been on the run from this man who at one point was like a foster dad to her, but treated her terribly. And they meet up. Don't get along well off the bat. They meet up in a deadly game of cards because there's a lot of fantastic magic in this world. And accidentally unleash a world-destroying ancient evil that they have to then get rid of. So it's epic, the stakes are high, and I absolutely loved this novel. You guys should definitely absolutely read it. So this next book, I'm gonna start out by calling beautiful, but there's no possible way I couldn't because look at this stunningness. This is With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Acevedo, and Under the Dust Jacket too. I'm not done yet. Bam! It is one of the most gorgeous books I think I've ever seen. And again, it is from Elizabeth Acevedo, the author of The Poet X. But that book was in poetry, and this book is in prose, and it tells the story of Amoni Santiago, who has dreams of being a professional chef. But on the trajectory that her life is on, she doesn't think that dream will pan out. I'm sorry, I'm not a pun master. And she is a teen mom. She lives with her abuela, and she's struggling to make things work out for her. And then one day she gets the opportunity to cook in Spain in this competition, and she thinks, hey, maybe this isn't just some dream that's unreachable. Maybe things can work out for me. And she's an amazing writer, an amazing person. I adore everything involved with this. So I'm just gonna have to say every book that I'm talking about today has a beautiful cover, otherwise I'm gonna say it for every single book. And this is a good situation to be in, of course. So the next book that I have for you guys is Let Me Hear a Rhyme by Tiffany D. Jackson, the author of Allegedly and Monday's Not Coming. And this book follows two friends, Kadir and Jarrell, who struggle to pretend that their late friend Steph is still alive and producing music because he was a musician, a rapper, and he tragically passed away. And to get justice for him, they promote his music under this name, The Architect, but it's clearly a difficult situation to be in, and then a hot-headed music exec gets involved, and they're struggling to keep up this falsehood that they've created, but this person is really talented, they've just passed away, and it's a really intriguing, emotional, touching story, and you guys definitely need to check it out. The next book is Last Things by Jacqueline West, and I'm not gonna say it, but you know what I wanna say. And this is a bit of a supernatural, paranormal, you can tell from the cover actually, I should let you get a good look at all of the details on this. It's this like paranormal story about this small town where this kid is a fantastic musician and everyone is obsessed with his talent, and he is super talented for such a young age. And he might have made a deal with the devil to get this talent, but we're not totally sure. And there's also another character who's pretty obsessed with him and is convinced that she's protecting him from some sort of darkness that lurks around their town. And it's an unreliable narrator because we don't know if she's just stalking him or if she is protecting him from some sort of darkness. And it literally has you on the edge of your seat trying to figure it out. It's dark, it's atmospheric, and it's fantastic. The next book I have here is Tomb of Ancients by Madeline Rue. This is the third and final book in the House of Fury series, and it follows our characters post the events of the first two books. They've gotten away from Cold Thistle House and sort of are drawn back to Cold Thistle House because there's a war brewing between old gods. And if you don't know about the series very well, Cold Thistle House is the sort of house of supernatural creatures, and the person in charge of it all, Mr. Morningside, is quite literally the devil. And it follows Louisa's journey in this slightly horror, slightly gothic, slightly mysterious series, and it's really fantastic. The next book I don't have the final version of, but I have an arc of, and that is The Missing Season by Gillian French. This is a small town thriller novel where every October a kid goes missing, and there's always some sort of excuse or write-off for what happened, but the kids in the town are convinced there's a monster called the Mumbler that's killing them, and then this new girl moves to town. She's not sure what to believe, but as Halloween approaches, it's clear to her that there's a darkness lurking and someone might end up dying again, and so they have to figure out what is going on in this town. The next book I have is Missing Presumed Dead by Emma Berquist, and this is this really interesting novel about a girl who has the ability to touch you and figure out when you're gonna die. And again, interesting for us, but probably for her, not interesting, probably traumatizing. And she meets this girl who she touches and figures out how she's gonna die, but she's not able to stop it. And then that girl comes back as a ghost and she wants revenge, and so she has to team up with this girl's ghost to figure out who killed her and set what happened right. And again, would I want that to happen to me? Absolutely not. I liked The Ghost Whisperer as a TV show when I was younger, but am terrified of ghosts. Would love to read though. The next book I have here is The Wise and the Wicked by Lambda Award-winning author Rebecca Potos, and this is about a family who once possessed really powerful magic, and over time things changed for them. They were forced to flee from Russia to America, and their power that they have left in their blood is nothing compared to what it used to be, but something that they still can do is when they become of age, they have a vision of who they'll be when they die, and it's just sort of their destiny. They can't change it. And then an older person in the family dies, and it's not in a way that was envisioned. And so the younger people need to figure out, like, hey, is this our set destiny? Can we change it? Like, what's the deal with this family? And it sounds really magical and just powerful and touching, and I'm really excited for it. And before I go, I want to talk to you guys about a couple books we got from other publishers this month. The first up is Romanov by Nadine Brandis, and this is an Anastasia retelling, but with magic. And so I'm sold, and also, I'm not gonna talk about covers, but you know what I'm gonna say. And then the final book I have is There's Something About Sweetie by Sonia Manan, and this is a companion to When Dimple Met Rishi. I believe it follows a brother from that book and his cute love story, and it's summertime's coming, it's a cute contemporary, and I am on board. So thank you guys so much for watching. That still doesn't fit my head. May Epic Reads Book Haul. Tell me which book sounds most interesting to you guys or what you're reading this month. Give me some recommendations, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.